Hey everyone, it's Shannon with Plan with Shannon, and I'm just getting down to do my next week's Plan with Me. This week I'm going to be using a Pretty Pink Co kit. I absolutely love it. I am mixing in some things from The Giving Girl. They're definitely two very beautiful companies, but I think they work really well together when I'm blending. And again, as we spoke last week, I like to utilize aesthetically pleasing shops. I don't tend to do a lot of different shops in the same spread because I like it to have a coherent look. So again, I'm starting with this kit. Let's take a walk through. It is beautiful. It is the Simplify kit. It's in rose gold, of course, because I love all things rose gold. Stunning kit there. For my, this is my mixed planner, so I do plan some things work, some things personal in here. So I do utilize the Simply Gilded 5mm washi. I haven't decided which one is gonna look good. I thought we would put the base down and then take a look. Here are some extras from The Giving Girl that I plan to use. I'm going to utilize her date dots. This is the Pretty Pink Co headers that came with it. This is The Giving Girl book from her advent calendar. I've showed this flip through before. I do have mixed shops in here, but I do have them labeled so that we can pay attention. And again, there's more of The Giving Girl little dots and things we can decorate with. Wasn't sure if we're gonna have room for a rainbow, but I absolutely love the rose gold collection with Simply Gilded, so might sneak one of those in there somewhere. And then again, here is just one of my Simply Gilded sticker books that has my Pretty Pink Co extras, if you will, so that I can add in anything as needed. And then again, I just try to keep, there's Aria's Daydream, more Pretty Pink Co, you know, little credit cards. I absolutely love her geometric shapes. I think that they are gorgeous. Some of them are florals, of course. But I love them. So we will see where we go with this, but let's go ahead and get started. Again, I do want to explain, apologize, I don't know how that works, that I actually don't know how to do any video editing, still on my to-do list to learn, but we're not there yet. But I didn't want to stop that from, you know, getting momentum with getting used to the concept of planning Plan with Me's. So here we are, and thank you for your patience. Everyone was so kind with the comments and DMs from the last video. I am 100% open to any suggestions that you have. Very happy to learn from all of you. So I always plan 2 weeks ahead in my spread in case I need to write anything down. Again, when it's a mixed planner, I'm very conscious of HIPAA. In this particular planner, there would never be any patient names or information, but for those of you who know how HIPAA works, and then maybe for those of you who are kind of worried about your personal information, there really only needs to be 3 identifiers met in order to break HIPAA, so it wouldn't even necessarily need to have an initial and someone could figure it out. So I'm just very conscious about that. My work planner is weeks ahead in the pictures because it's the same concept layout all the time. This was last week. I did go ahead, I'm gonna go back really quick and go ahead and flip that page. I do find humor in adult stickers, meaning adult language, innuendos, that type of thing. I have tried to make this a child-friendly source for people who are young and into planning, so that they have a planner channel that they can watch without, you know, colorful language or even sticker uses. I think sometimes when I'm watching my favorite Plan with Me's, they don't personally use the words like myself, but they'll put a sticker down that says it. So then I find myself explaining to children, you know, like what does that mean, or what is that? Which I, again, personally, I'm super happy to explain. I have no problem telling a child what the word is and what it's used for, and that it's just not becoming or acceptable for, you know, children to use these words. But I can definitely see where others just don't even want to deal with that. So completely understandable. So let's go ahead. Again, I usually will set my washi, then I'll do my sidebar and date, and then I'll fill in for the week with the things that I do know. These are pre-planning. If you're like really into After the Pen, please check out my Instagram. It's got the same name. It's Playing with Shannon, and I do utilize, I do put up completed spreads there with stickers. All right, now this is the Erin Condren Softbound vertical planner, so it is not it's not the perfect fit for the vertical kits that are out there because it is slightly wider. I'm very happy with that. I'm a white space planner, so I just go ahead and you know, do my best and put down, sorry, wrong way. Put down the stickers, you know, as centered as possible. And I just don't really stress out about it too much because planning is supposed to be fun. And although I am completely anal and I do like things to be perfect, I'm not really ready for that to get in the way of me actually enjoying my hobby. So again, if it drives you crazy, I know sometimes when I'm watching other plan with me's, I'm like, no. Because, you know, it's so distracting. Now on this one, well, I was gonna move it over, but I think I will keep it centered. I always put down my Sunday of next week, like what am I gonna be doing? But I'm not gonna, I was gonna scoot it over and do that, but I don't really have as busy a week as I could this week. So I'm gonna just maintain my norm. So if you have anything fun planned this week, definitely let me know. I'm happy to hear about what's going on in your world, in your life. You will see me white out. I white out as I go instead of just taking them all out, because if the sticker is going to cover it, again, I don't waste my time taking all these little numbers out. And I do use the numbers as a base for when I put down my appointments, just so that I have an idea of what my actual day will look like, which you'll see. So the next thing I'm gonna do is go ahead and put down my date covers for this. I do cover the lettering up top because it definitely will show through, and it's much longer than the date covers because they had the space and they used the space. And I think that's good for them. So PWM begins on Thursday and ends on Friday. I will often use my holidays, my new holidays that I just ordered yesterday from Letters to Apollo do include PWM. My current holiday sheet does not. And although I am all about celebrating every single holiday for what it is, for example, for PWM, I use that as an opportunity to learn about that specific holiday because I don't personally celebrate it or have any friends in my immediate circle who do. Again, if you want to drop information in the comments, I'm super happy to learn. Also, I did get a couple of DMs. I did mention that I'm wearing ColorStreet, and this week I'm wearing ColorStreet again. It's Ballet, Soleil. And I did mention, hey, if you sell it, go ahead and drop, whatever in your information. Where can we find it? In the comments. I am all about supporting small businesses, and definitely, even if it's not, ColorStreet, I don't want it to become an ad-friendly place. I don't want people to be uncomfortable or not read the comments because every other one is like, come check out my website, I sell this. But if it's applicable to what's going on or something that's in the planner, by all means, drop what you do, drop where we can find you, because again, super happy to support a small business that's kicking off. I'm gonna put a comment in the comments when I'm completed this new to me company. She's been doing it for quite some time, but it is lip care, and it's a beautiful product, and I would love if anybody's interested or needs it and they want to check it out, for you to have that opportunity. It's all handmade, and it is it's a person of color, and she is, I don't want to give away her personal life, but she's definitely making a difference, and you know, she's using this as supplemental to raise her family, and I just think it's beautiful. So if we can support it, I mean, there's nothing wrong with MAC or any of the other fabulous companies that are out there. I know I have quite a few friends that sell lip scents. I love that. That's its own market. This is more handmade and, you know, a little bit more natural, if you will. So I think there's a place for everything, and everything has its place. So if you want to drop, go ahead and drop that. Maybe we can, you know, focus on one particular business owner every month, you know, or every week, whatever makes us happy on this channel. I'm all about lifting everybody up and promoting one another, and we could definitely use a little bit more kindness. So let's just make it happen. It starts with one channel, right? All right, so I'm putting down my weekend banner because I will 100% forget to do that. So there we are, again, beautiful. The next thing I'm gonna do is put down my meetings so that I know where I have room to place my full boxes, because I do like to use them. They are gorgeous. Pretty Pink Co. has phenomenal just aesthetic. I absolutely love everything she does. So now I'm just kind of looking to see what the right pink is under the different type of light. I think that one goes good there. It's pretty nice. It's a happy medium. Let's see. Let's go ahead. Let's use the sky. I think it's just a little bit daintier with the small little sparkles instead of it being such solid drops. And we'll just go ahead and throw down the meetings for the week. I did get a couple of comments that my week looks so busy. Again, this is my mixed planner. So my personal planner doesn't look as busy. My work planner does not look as busy, but this has got a little bit of everything in it. So it does look busy. I 100% support a completely blank planner if it makes you happy. I personally am also a brain injury, so if I don't put it down, if I don't write it down, it may not get done. And even with the best intention, even if it was something that's my absolute favorite thing in the whole wide world to do, yeah, it might not happen because I don't always have short-term memory at my disposal. I've been, you know, I'm years post-op, so it's definitely improved over time. I do memory activities, and planning has helped substantially as far as establishing norms in my life so that I can actually remember things, you know. But so when you see my planner or anybody's planner, it's not it's not anything or any reflection on what your planner should look like, because you need to do what works for you. So sorry, that edge wasn't as clean. Again, like there, doesn't faze me. On here, I'm not gonna start with a rusty edge. So just again, putting down all my meetings that I know. When I put them down like this, it's not as obtrusive to me to look at it and see that it's like, oh man, there's a bunch of planners, because it looks pretty and I just know that the time is taken up. It doesn't like remind me that I have, you know, a million meetings in a week that I need to attend to. Okay, ooh, that fell short. We'll put something cute there. All right, and then just the regulars. These are my favorite little washi cutters. These are from Fox and Cactus. She has a million to choose from. I have the cutest little frosted frog, a million paw prints. I mean, she even sells like acrylic earrings. I would definitely check her out. I absolutely love her. She is one of my favorite Australian shops. Love her. Right, and now I'm finishing up with my meeting so that I can jump on to the next and go ahead and fill in with the pretty full boxes. So the tools that I usually will use every week, Bic Whiteout, again, I know that it's controversial because everyone loves the Tombow, but I find the Bic matches the Erin Condren pages just fine. It's significantly less expensive. The Tombow does have an appealing sound to it when you use it, but again, when I'm just planning, it's not that deep for me. I use Fiskars as far as the little teeny tiny scissors. These are sharp as all get out and they make a nice clean line. And since they're so little, I can usually do a straight line without having to mark it. I also will utilize X-Acto, and then I like this little Fiskars because again, it's small enough. Did that make anybody nervous? Because I just like close that, sorry. But it's small enough where I can actually control it really well. This is supposed to be worn like on your finger, and I'm probably doing this completely wrong, but I am not that fabulous when it comes to that. I also have this guy. I have a love-hate relationship with my slice tool. It works, but I find that sometimes it'll cut through paper, so it can be frustrating because I don't like to have, you know, holes in my paper. But just another little tutorial of the things that I use. I use multiple pens. I love Tool, the G2, that's what I'm using this week, the Pilot G2. Usually I like the 1 because it's so like thick and luxurious and it writes all over the paper well. This guy here is a .07. I also have the .5s. I don't like him as much. I feel like the .5s skip in that version, but I like the .5 in the tools. You know how we are with our pens. It's that everybody has their preferences. So let's go ahead and do the full boxes. Let's see, we will do, since we're in February, we'll go ahead and continue on our Love Fest. So we'll go with Love More. Again, this sidebar is very wide compared to most of the Erin Condrens or any of the vertical type planners. I just go ahead and center it. I just got rid of the last day of the month because it was in the wrong spot for me, and I don't use that calendar. Sometimes I'll cover it, but in this, it's just like a whole lot of whiteout for no really big reason, so I don't tend to feel like I have to go back. I do like the little scripts that say this week. I do tend to gravitate towards letters to Apollo for them. So there will be that because I do not see a this week. Last week I did see a this week at the end of after I was done with the plan with me. I did find it on the sheet. I was really surprised because I use the Let's Plan It kits a lot, and I was like, why would she randomly just not have it anymore? And she had it. It was me. So there is that. And then let's see, the next thing I kind of like to look for is I tend to put the busier ones on the weekend because it's less distracting for me again during the week, again, only because this is my mixed planner. In my daily, I mix and match everything because it honestly does not matter to me. So I'm going to go ahead and put these guys down. I try to scatter them a little bit so that you're not looking at a bunch of boxes, unless of course that week for me means like boxes all the way across the top. Sometimes if they're super themed out, I'll do them that way because they just make me happy to see them all in a line and giving them their space and room to make their statement, if you will. So I kind of fell off the Plan With Me schedule this week, as far as I like to usually watch them at night. They're kind of like a way for me to, you know, turn down my evening, you know, kind of get my mind off. It's not completely mindless, but it does just, I don't have to be paying attention. I don't ever care about people's personal plans, like when they're writing them in. I think it's nice to see handwriting, but it doesn't, that doesn't make or break me. So I do watch a lot of just pre-planning videos because, I mean, that's just as fun for me. I like it in the background. It doesn't take my mind away from anything. And it just kind of, I don't know, you know, when you're planning, it's nice to have a friend to plan with, and sometimes it, you know, having those videos can make it kind of have that sensation that you're just, you know, not in your little room in your hubby just doing everything by yourself. Like you have an opportunity to actually talk to or hear someone else's voice and see what they're doing. Okay. All right, and then we've got two more, oh, sorry, one more, goodness. And let's see where we want to put it. I'm pretty excited. So I talked about it in the last video. I just moved down, or back, I should say. There's so many angry people in Florida about people moving down to Florida, especially it feels like during this pandemic. So many people moved down. I'm finally getting back into what's gonna grow well here. What are eating the plants outside this time of year. I was so devastated when I first moved down. My favorite outdoor plant is actually the passion plant. And so I have a bunch of them. I love them, I grow them, you know. And I came down in these caterpillar things. I say that because none of the ones that were on my plants and eating my plants ever evolved, but they looked like they were the, the Goliath moth, I don't know, a very large moth, but these caterpillars were destroying my plant like every single day. It got worse and worse and worse. So I always cut off one of the sheets, the top of it, because again, we're going to the memory thing. I don't always remember where it is. And some of these shops, again, they're very unique to the shop, but they're relatively similar to a couple of other shops. And I don't want to misinform somebody when they ask where something came from, or if they see my planner. Sometimes I'll be out and you know, just kind of planning in my planner, and someone's like, oh my gosh, that's so gorgeous, where did that come from? And I like to have that information just so that they can actually go to the shops too. Again, going to the fact of like, we should just be here to support each other. If you've got a skill, if you've got a talent putting these stickers together, wow, I couldn't even imagine the stress of that. Like, as many people can be like, oh, you know, it's just this, or it's not, you know, that deep. And I'm like, it is that deep. Let's see, let's do this, because again, I like to have my this week and next week stickers. I'm just a very literal person at times. So I like that to be there. There's a couple of lists here. I love when the stickers companies make it 7, so that I can turn this into a week, or I can use it as a list, or I could cut it if I only want 3. That just is really like pleasing to me, because now I can use these as my Monday through Fridays without it having to be as literal there. I know it's silly, but it's just nice. The next thing I look at, sometimes when they'll do these, they will mimic other pictures that are in the kit. So if that were the case, I may go with this guy over here, and it's not, so I'm actually gonna go with, I'm gonna use them both because they're just fun, and I really like them. So again, centering on the line, not the, not, you know, putting it even across. Is this guy, wow, it's crooked. So it's because this guy is crooked. And honestly, it's probably crooked because I cut it crooked. So there's that. But we can line that up across that line so that now we can actually use it as a starting point. Much better. Okay, and then again, I'm gonna give them titles so I know what I'm looking for in these guys. But these ones I'm gonna be a little bit different with because we have so many choices, honestly. Let's see, what do you guys think? Anybody gonna guess where I'm gonna go with this? I'm gonna use these two guys. It keeps it similar throughout. Since this guy matches that one, I'll just be using the brown one for this because it has it in there. There we go. And now the other guy. So one of these I'll be doing as meals for the week, and the other one I'll use it for cleaning. In case anybody was concerned, I still haven't won the lottery, mostly because I don't really play the lottery. I'm gonna need to start doing that so that I can win. But in this, you'll see I'm just gonna bring down. Let's do this. Let's bring this guy down. Oops. I don't use undo. I don't even have it. I highly recommend it if you are like super anal about your stickers, and for the most part, the kits that I use, even the ones that aren't removable, you can actually still remove them as long as it's like new to the game, like they haven't been on there for a really long time. I've never had a problem really pulling up most of them. So you're gonna see I'm gonna create this space. I'm gonna come down. I don't need that 7th piece, making sure that it's as even. I know I'm gonna lose viewers because I know I'm gonna make you go crazy with how carefree I am about that having to be perfect, although that turned out pretty good. And then I'll put something in there just to make it aesthetically pleasing. Let's see. All right, we're gonna use one of these guys because these can be a little bit busy. That has something. Let's use him. I like him. Okay, so now we've got our sidebar done and we can make it super cute. Okay, now the next thing I'm gonna do is then I go into what do I have that's the same, what do I want it to look like? So that could be a couple of times that I was like, are we gonna use these? Nope. So now what I'm gonna do is line up our little layering pieces, and I have 5 of these guys, I have 5 of these guys, and 5 of these guys. So where do I want to go with my different days? And for me, let's see, when I look at this, that and that guy are not happening on the days that I've got this. So I'm just gonna go simple and use these beautiful little little guys here with these. Just gonna kind of layer it on, and then if you know, spoiler alert, if you wrong color, that wouldn't have been good. Am I? No, I was using the right color. Just kidding. If you don't, you know, sneak back over to the Instagram, it will be it'll just say work or work from home on here. So nothing again too exciting. I just like to keep track. We did get the news yesterday that in a couple of weeks, 4 to 6 weeks ideally, we'll be moving back to the office on a full-time basis, which is super exciting. I personally am a true homebody. I could never leave my house again for the rest of my life. Not to take away from agoraphobia, that's a real thing. I definitely do not have that, but I could literally never leave my house and not miss anything. So that's just me, but I know that our office in particular will definitely thrive from having an opportunity to go back to the office. So I'm happy to do whatever is going to be best for our office. And I mean, coworkers are fun. It gives you a little bit of break from the home. I don't know about you, but my dogs are not always as like appreciative when I'm working from home. Like when I'm away from home, then they obviously miss me. I think they just really fear that they don't know if the food is coming again, but I'm gonna pretend like they miss me and that's what's happening. All right, what else do we got? I'm just picking out the days that I think these are gonna go well on, and then the other days, you know, that it's just a little bit more neutral. They're fine for whatever. No real rhyme or reason. For my anal friends, sorry. If I was not recording this, I would not be fixing these. It really just doesn't bother me. But I wholeheartedly, when I'm watching someone else, I'm like, oh girl, that's crooked. What are you doing? It really is hard to see from this angle, like when you're videoing from overhead, and you're sitting like looking at your computer, oh my goodness, looking at your planner instead of actually kind of sitting on top of it like I do when I plan by myself. So I think that, you know, that could be a big why. It's definitely been, I've always respected people who who do anything online, like Plan With Me's, you know, speak. I am 100% comfortable speaking at a conference in front of thousands of people. This is extremely uncomfortable for me, which is why it's taking so many years to do it. I didn't have the motivation because it's not something that I felt like the world is gonna make the world a better, I don't know if you can see that, but there is a beautiful dog hair. I don't think I'm gonna make the world a better place because of planning, but hey, I'm all about like, let's do this, let's have some fun. So now I'm just putting down some of the half boxes, and then I will put in my little chores that I know. I don't try to pre-plan so much of my life that I don't really know what's, you know, truly happening anymore. But I do like my week to look aesthetically pleasing. I don't mind putting things down in a different order, meaning I can put, you know, happy Purim up here, down here, like that doesn't faze me. If I have choices, then of course I'll always, you know, I like it to be up top because it's a big celebration. But again, it wouldn't faze me if it wasn't there. It would bother me more to have a bunch of similar boxes sitting next to each other on the same line, with the exception of my work week, because again, at the end of the day, I'm still pretty anal about all that. I got a little bit more space than I thought, so I'm just gonna move it up a little bit. Beautiful. Now I absolutely love this, and when I have a busy back box, I do try to put it on the same page that's got, oh my goodness, I'm like surrounded by dog hair today. I apologize. I did a huge dusting last night of the house, so everything is kind of up in the air. So I do apologize for those of you with allergies and you're just like sneezing just looking at this. So I am so sorry. And then my last box, oh, this guy matches that little flag over there that I was like, eh. So we can use them. I really do like to use the boxes. I just think it, again, I feel like the people who design kits are such great creators, and they have this vision, and like we make their vision come to life. And in every single person putting down the exact same stickers does it differently. So like, how exciting is that as a creator to actually see, you know, your work come to life, like right there on that paper. Oh my gosh, I am so sorry for those of you skeeved out. You know, I just think it's kind of neat. I love to turn my boxes sideways, but this is that. So yeah, there's that, you know, personal anal thing. Again, like when I'm watching other people, if they turn them, it does not, I could be fazed in the least about what you do with your life. I just personally am a weird about it. So I want to put, I like to do like random things that I didn't get through all week on my Saturday. I like to do these Plan With Me's, so now I'll start actually putting a box for the Plan With Me's on the Saturdays. I also have this little guy here. So for the Plan With Me, I'm gonna use this because for me it's something special. It's out of my norm, it's out of my comfort zone, and I just wanna be like, okay, let's try it. So I do like the tops of these boxes to sit against something though, to tell you the truth. So let's see. No, that's too much. I mean, I'm extra but that's extra, extra. Let me look. I didn't end up using these headers, so what I'm gonna, no, too much for me. Okay, so we're just gonna do this guy up against the actual top. So it's still against something, but it's not gonna be against a, I would have used like a flat header, like with nothing else on it. I could have backed it up, you know, if it was here, I could have done that, but I think that that looks great. It's more than okay for me. The other thing I like to do, which I think most of us do, is alternate, you know, where I'm putting the extra stickers. So again, I'm just kind of speaking through what I do. I am, you know, I'm only a couple of years into this. I could watch those planners who have been doing this like their whole, you know, ever since everything came out. I'm about 6 years in, almost 7 years into decorative planning. So I definitely have a style. I am extremely eclectic though. Like, if I had to choose, this aesthetic would be my go-to. I have binders upon binders of light pink neutrals, and yeah, I still always go for the super bright rainbow, monochromatic weeks. I mean, those are where my heart, you know, that's what makes me the happiest when I look at it. But and I want to say all day long that I am 100%, you know, this little dainty planner, but when I open up to these like ridiculous, this is this week that we're in right now. So see, I'm not always busy. You know, this was a super big headache week for me. I have headaches as part of my issue. So I have a headache every day, but like this week it was just nasty. So if I wasn't in a meeting, I wasn't really participating in life this week. So again, you know, some of my boxes stay unchecked. I'm okay with that. Like it's not that deep for me. This is my jam. Again, I'm gonna flip it because it's got some other language on there. But I really just like to enjoy life and have fun. And you know, if it can be shared with someone like you all, I'm super happy to do that. Like I really enjoy solitude and time with people. Like again, super happy to read a comment. We don't even have to have a conversation, and it just can make my day. So now I'm really just going through, I'm taking off the all of our little boxes. Oh goodness, look at you, little neutral, hiding on the box. I do see that there's a strip here. There is some water damage. That was 100% my fault. I did that this morning. So, you know, no hate towards anyone. And honestly, I don't even, if I wanted to use that, that wouldn't stop me. But it's just not necessary in my life. If there are two strips, like there was in the previous one, for example, like there's this one really long strip. This is stunning. I will keep this. Oh wait, maybe that guy is, okay. That guy is that length and this guy is this length. So they're not identical, but if they're identical, I would have used it across this top, but they're not. And again, it's not gonna make or break my style, my world. Like I just love that they take the time to put these stunning kits together for us. So as adults, we can put little sticks on our little papers and make us just have a fabulous day. I was going to do a checklist like I had showed you, but I'm actually going to change that to Thursday night so that I can open up my weekend and make sure that I have the time to